Alrighty, Juanitosville, welcome back to another jewelry adventure. Guys, we're gonna do a ring today, and this was a ring that's been requested on our YouTube tutorial page a couple times. And I thought, you know what, let's do it. So I'm gonna make a ring like this. This is a labradorite ring that I made with scraps. I believe these are 24 gauge scraps. And then I did a scrap around the bezel. This is labradorite. So we're gonna make this ring today. And I'm gonna do it for you guys, with you guys. But instead of using this shape, we're gonna go with this shape. I have some Madagascarian labradorite that I got from Seth Kane and in Western Colorado. But look at that, guys. That is a beautiful labradorite with straight lines. I really am drawn to the straight line ones. There's other ones that are not straight lines. If you guys can see the fire on that, it's just different. But I'm drawn to the straight lines, guys. And if you guys are into the metaphysicals of labradorite, guys, I just pulled this up and I wanted to read it for you guys. Don't think I'm dumb if I don't read very good out loud. But this is labradorite is considered a tremendously spiritual stone, especially helpful for people who tend to overwork. That would probably be me. It helps an individual regain energy while aiding the body and spirit in healing itself. In the metaphysical world, labradorite is considered one of the most powerful protectors. The gemstone creates a shield of auras and protects against negativity of the world. Wow. Labradorite is said to temper the negativity within ourselves as well. Labradorite is known for its changing color, so it's no surprise this gemstone is known as a stone of transformation, enhancing strength of will and inner worth. Wow, that's legit. Wow. I've been drawn to this, you know. The gemstone labradorite is said to stimulate the throat chakra. Though not associated with any zodiac sign, supposedly the sign of Cancer is especially drawn to Whoa. Dude, I'm a Cancer. Okay, that's scary. Wow, guys. So, buddy, I'm telling you, man, I just got the chills. So let's do this, guys. We're gonna get going. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna move as fast as we can because I want you guys to get on with your lives and get out to creating your own stuff. So thanks for joining us. Let's get started. All right, friends. I think we're gonna go about size 9. And I think we're going to be working with about equivalent of about 18 gauge as we layer these pieces. We'll go 62.2 minus 8, and that will be the length, roughly. Let's go 56, just 57. 57-ish. I'm on about 5 on the shanks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So typically, I think on the last one, I think I used 24 gauge, friends. And on this one, I'm going to go 26 gauge because I think it will be a little bit easier to form around the bezel. I may regret this, guys. I'm thinking that working with a little bit thinner, but it might be too thin, guys. So we're going to find out. We'll find out how thin we can go. Cool. So that's basically it, guys. What I do is I'll bring it in. I'll bend these, kind of like this one already is. I'll just kind of feel them and see where they want to bend, and then I'll just kind of give them just the finger treatment. Okay, we're going to take that to the soldering block, put those together right there, and then we'll get ready to work on the ring part of the... All right, Juanitosville, over here I'm looking at this, and then I'm looking at the stone, guys, and this is a pretty substantial stone compared to this one, and we really want it to be held on nicely, so I think what I'm going to do is add another piece or two with my little pieces I have here. And I was thinking about like because I was looking at this one, I was like, I kind of have some diagonalization going on. And you can see right here, this is a little bit different of a design than I had over here on the metal block. So in real time, in freestyle, we're kind of continuing to design this according to what we're gonna need. I like that, guys. I don't know how we're gonna get in there. I got this Chad Parker style. We're gonna pick solder this, friends. Myself some chips right here that I can ball up, and then I'm gonna feed this structure according to what I see as I heat it up and how it responds. Okay, that didn't quite go the way I planned it, but I didn't plan it. We're gonna work on the top right here. Okay guys, we got a little bit of connection right there, but I don't think we got the underneath ones. So what I'm going to do is attempt to flip this over. Sometimes that happens. So we're gonna go like this, we're gonna flip it over. Seems like that one should go like this. Let's get motivated. Let's get motivated, guys. Let's do this. That was super annoying. I'm really sorry, guys. Man, I wish I had something funny to say right then. Okay, well. Okay, we got a little goofy right here. This one didn't go quite as... I wish it was kind of shifted over a little bit, but... It's all connected. I'm going to kind of beat on it a little bit and then maybe reheat it. Just give it a couple... I'm not really liking that 26 gauge. Feels kind of... I know once it's locked in there, it's going to be strong, but this might not be what I was hoping for. But maybe it turns out that it is what I'm hoping for. Maybe I just need to add some more. And maybe that's going to be the cool design element. So we're going to do one. Let's add a couple more. Okay, guys. Man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Don't judge me. We're just gonna go for it. I can live with that. Chad Parker. Bloop, bloop. Let's add some more solder. There's nothing worse. Well, there's a lot of things worse, but one of the things that's pretty bad is when you put your solder chips down and you don't have enough. You got to turn the heat off, or you got to figure out, you got to get more solder on the thing and put your tweezers down and put your pick down, pick up your tweezers, and blah 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 blah. Man, the life of a jewelry designer, guys. Really focusing right here on where the shank comes together. Come on, let's go underneath here. Don't be shy, say hi. There we go, there we go. Let's look over here. I think I have that. That looks good. Oh, man. I feel like my eyeballs are falling out of my head. Okay, here we go, guys. That feels pretty substantial. And look at that. Can you guys see that? Look at the layers and the texture on that. That's way better, cooler than this one. Okay, all right. All right, friends, this is where we're at, guys. I think what I learned, if I was to do this again, I would go on the middle of each one of these strips and melt some solder on the front and backs of them, so that when you put them down, they just kind of go together. Because I had to get them kind of hot when I was pig soldering, and it caused fire scale and some pig soldering mess that's really deep in there that I could probably get with a certain tool, a little tool. But it's just like, save yourself some time, guys, and solder the middle of it. Just be aware of that. But in the interest of this video, I'm just going to continue, man. So what I'm going to do is bend this. I know this is where I want the outside. Then I can start kind of fingering this out. So how would you adhere this? We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but first let's kind of get this going. I want to make sure I have enough space around it so I could put my bezel. I already tried this way, but it wasn't enough space, so I'm going to have to probably go something like this. All right, let's cut that out. Okay, we cut this out. We have a nice fit right here. Let's just give this a little traceage. And we'll imagine about right here will be the very middle. And this is where we want to boom it. Because as those teeth come in, there'll be a little space for our mark. So we're just going to get this done real quick. Not phony baloney. Kind of just looking at this a little bit, guys. I think I'm just going to give it the old even it up a little bit, you know. Give it a little haircut. Boom. See, I can imagine that. You can see in there, you can still see the boom. So that's kind of... Sometimes I put a window, like on this one, it has a window in the back so you can see the light through. But because it's a ring, you're not really holding it up to the light much. Start to form our bezel, guys. I want to do pieces. I don't want to do all the way around. I want to do like a 3/4 at a time. And just kind of stagger them. On the bottom one, I did on the outside a little bit bigger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this flat. And I'm going to add some. And I remember the outside one was higher and the inside ones were under. So I'll stack this way. And then... that's what I did. So that's what I'll do. All right, guys, I'm going to work this in stages. I'm going to put a little dab of solder bottom here. Okay. Then I feel like I should put one right here. All right, friends, you know how we do it. We're gonna take what it gives us, guys. I put some flux on it. I'm working on the inside of the bezel. This will not be visible. So we're just gonna focus on this top piece right here. And the one right under it. And right there you can see I'm just about to get it to stick. I'm gonna get this bottom one a little warmer. There we go. We got a nice stick. Let's put him right here. Okay. Got a nice stick there. Very light, very delicate procedure. We're just going to quench this and just take a look. That's exactly what I'm looking for, guys. Boom. So that's the inside right there. The stone, the very bottom of the stone is going to fit in there, and it's going to go right over. So this is what it looks like on the outside. And then I'm going to do another one over here. How about like that? I think that'll look cool. So this is delicate procedure, guys. A little bit annoying to watch. Kind of what it... See the pain, you know? You got to see the pain to appreciate the game, baby. There we go. Okay, moving on to this next part. I have everything set where I want it. Got a little piece of solder right here. Putting this solder right in this little crevice. Okay. Little ball of solder. We're going to throw it right here. Working on this tail end. Oops. Got a little high on the top there, but that's alright. Basically what we got working on here, guys. How cool is that? Now let's just see where we are in terms of our back plate and how high we are. We want to be high, but we don't want to be Willie Nelson high. Here we go. We're good. So we got some material. We're there, guys. Let's start bending this around the stone and start seeing what we're looking like. Start. I want the ends of the stones to be about right here. This would be good. Look at that, guys. So you guys can see the vision. You guys see you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. I'm going to do a little bit of formage, a little bit of cleanage, a little formage and cleanage, and then we'll bring you guys back. We'll get ready to put this on the back plate and then attach it to the shank. Ooh, buddy. Keep it moving like a driving groovy. Okay, guys. Right here, I am looking. Look, see. I was thinking about possibly. I was thinking about cutting, but I think what I'm going to do is I see these kind of want to go together. Guys, look at this. I tuck this under, and then I put this on top right here. This is going to go under here. This is going to go about right here. So if I can get this to solder according to this, in this fashion, we will be in the money. So I'm going to put this in my third hand on my tweezers. I'm going to put a solder, and then put a solder. And that's how we're going to make it happen rapid, man. Let's go. All right, friends, we're right here. And again, we are going to take what the silver wants to give us. So right here, it really wants to touch right there. I want for it to touch right here, but this is what it's giving me first. So I'm going to give it a little solder tack right there. Once that's in, then we're going to go ahead and readjust it and then work on the edge right here. So we're not really putting a whole lot of solder on this bezel, friends, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not a good idea, but out here on the mean streets, friends, we are trying to make our dreams come true, and we are trying not to take no for an answer. Working underneath, because I really don't want the solder to jump to the top piece. I want it to jump underneath. There we go. Dang, that was too much. Too much solder, friends. Let's get this hot again. Let's bring this. Okay, I can do better. Okay, now this is relaxed right here, friends, so I can just keep moving. And I'm trying to think, I don't want it to be right that close. Again, try to do something that make our lives a little bit easier in the long run. Let's work from the inside, guys. So right there is where I want my solder to be. So if there's a little bit of a solder mess, friends, then it will be on the inside and you won't be able to see it. So that last one, I was kind of like, I saw the solder kind of bleed a little bit in a way that I didn't want it to kind of run. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna spend, that's another probably 10 minutes wasted doing that. So I'm trying to cut my time down of polishing, or not polishing, but cleaning. This side is which, but that's what we're kind of working with right there, guys. Friends, we're going to get this ready to set on the back plate, but first I'm going to do some filing, some sanding, and get it prepared. All right, friends, this is where we're at. I have about like this, and it's looking pretty good. It's a little long on this edge over here, so I'm kind of just pulling it along my file, friends. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's give you guys a little bit of a look. You can see we still have a little bit of material that can probably come off. This right here looks a little tall, but it's kind of like the design, guys. To be a little bit kind of wonky, it's what makes it, it's what gives it its charm, in my opinion, and my artistic expression. That's kind of what that looks like. So we're just gonna keep working. Alrighty, labradorite lovers out there, guys, this is where we're at. I put the bezel, I have it kind of nice. It's a little high, but I think it's going to give it a little bit of this rustic kind of crinkle charm, I hope. Because imperfection is the beauty of this design, guys. Which is always a nice thing whenever you're not perfect. So I'm thinking I'm going to regret what I did was I used medium solder for all of that. And now I have to use medium solder for the base plate. Dudes, you guys missed that? So it's pretty, I put some solder. It didn't really want to be very friendly, guys, but we got a great seal. This place, there was a place right here that it's not supposed to touch, that it didn't. Very small right there, but look at that nice seal on the outside. The outside looks wonderful. The inside looks like not very wonderful. It's very flat. It's all flat. A little bumpy right there. A little bit bumpy right there. But this is over here is mostly just is pretty flat. All right, guys, I tried to purposely saw this like a drunk wino. A little texture-y. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, but we'll kind of just play with it and see what it looks like. But I figure since I'm already sawing like a drunk wino, I might as well accentuate the situation. All right, guys, I made a rookie mistake. I lined it up here, put the boom in the right place, and then whenever I put the bezel on, I didn't put a mark there notating where the boom was, and it's off for it to be in the middle of this. So what I'm going to do is just do another one, man, in the middle. It's gonna look a little janky, but when you're out here making your dreams come true, sometimes you put the boom in the wrong place and you have to put two booms. Gonna put this in my vise upside down. Let's make more of a mistake. Why make one mistake when you can make two? All right, you guys can call me Two Mistake Jake for the rest of the day. I did boom and then I did another one, and you're just gonna see a couple booms there. And this will be the only boom piece I've ever made that has two booms. So it's a collector's item. I'm just gonna live with what we got, friends. We got that. I cleaned the back of that as good as I possibly could. Progressional sandpapers and silicone disc wheels. I wonder if I should cut that a little bit so it doesn't have such a high profile. Because what we talked about before, guys, is if this is cut down a little bit, it'll make the base of the ring closer to the finger, and then it won't sit so high. And when you have a stone this big, you don't want for it to sit too high. You want for it to sit as close as possible to the finger. Like this one goes that close to the finger. Or this one, if it goes all the way too much connected, the stone will sit a little bit too high. So I'm gonna get my snippers, and then trim these up, and then form them again, and see if I can get as much as I possibly can to touch the back plate. And I'll probably just chip solder that. We'll see. Dang, man, I forgot to push record. I'm chip soldering this, guys. It's hard to get to the middle. On the edges. General heat. It's not easy, guys. Oh, onions. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. It's just hard to get in the middle there, guys. Okay, that is not very good, but it's what we had in the moment, guys. Okay, I melted one little piece off right here, and I'm going to just trim it up here. It wasn't necessary, but sometimes we have a casualty, guys. Ugh. All right, let's put in a little work here, guys. This piece right here melted off. That's going to be a straggler. We don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just trim this, and then I will file that flat. Close, but that's essentially it, guys. Dude, that's bossy. I believe this is about a size, probably size 7. 7.5 maybe. Let's just take a quick gander. This is a size 6. Alright, I'm going to clean this up and then we'll see what we have. Alrighty, you Juanitosville, you crazy psycho jewelry fanatics out there. We are at the conclusion of this. It still needs a little bit of cleanup. Everything is down. Everything's connected. I'm going to liver of sulfur this. I'm going to leave the inside of this black. So the back part of this stone really, hopefully, shines as hard as possible. But really quick, let me show you some things that I learned. In the future, I would have left these a little bit longer. So whenever I, because I didn't account for the spread. And some of these were just a little shorter than I wish they were. But we got everything down. Every single one of these I just chip soldered. It's not exactly the cleanest in the middle, if you guys can see in there. I've had worse, but it's going to take some work. This is a size 6. Size 6 with this awesome stone. This is somebody big and bossy. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is pretty much it, guys. And it's almost a lot like this one that I'm wearing. So it's the same design, but I didn't want to like do the same thing twice. So I just made a big oval one. So yeah, guys, pretty fun, pretty easy, cool way to do scraps. It requires a little bit of patience, so make sure that you're mentally prepared before you get into it, because it does require a little bit of patience, and it's not really something that you want to probably make a ton of them. You're not going to make probably a lot of money because of the time, but every time I do it, I get a little bit better. This is the second time I was a little bit better than I was on this one. And every time I learn a little bit something extra. So yeah, so that's the jewelry adventure, friends. I hope you guys had a great time hanging out with us today, or these past couple days that I was working on this. The next time you see this will be in its music video debut. Yeah, if you guys had fun and you guys like hanging out for jewelry adventures, subscribe, man. Come hang out again. We're gonna keep doing what we do, baby, over here, making it groovy like a drive-in movie all the time. Hug your loved ones, be good to each other. So yeah, do your thing, man. Stay out there, keep doing it, make your dreams come true. Come and hang out again, guys. Yeah, I'm Benny. I'm out. Peace.